Hi guys. Today we're going to look at the last subtopic of theme 6. So far we've been looking at the emergence of poets like Kabir and Guru Nanak, who did not intend on establishing a new religion, but eventually their followers ended up doing that. Their basic ideas were looking at God in a very unified manner, in a very neutral manner, in a very open, unorthodox manner, where they said that God had no religion and no form. And in fact, it's sad that all of us had given God certain forms and certain genders and certain names, and which was then leading to a lot of infighting between humans. So their whole idea actually meant that humans need to have unity because we actually believe in the same thing but in different ways. The last poet that we're going to look at is Mirabai. You may have heard her name already. So, Mirabai lived from the 15th to around the 16th century. She's also known as the devotee princess. A lot of bhajans have been attributed to her. So, a lot of the poems she wrote have been are sung as bhajans. But let's look at her story. Well, she was a Rajput princess from Murta in Marwar, and she was married to a prince of Sisodia clan of Mewar against her wishes. So she's a Rajput princess from Marwar, and she was married to the king of Mewar. Marwar and Mewar, both of these places are in Jodhpur. The region of Marwar would today be Jodhpur, and the region of Mewar would today be Udaipur. She defied her husband Bhojraj and instead recognized Krishna as her lover. So she told her husband, well, she didn't want to get married to the husband, right? So she wasn't happy with the husband, and then she finally said the husband that, see, I don't look at you as my husband, but in fact she went on to see Krishna as an avatar of Vishnu, as her lover. Her in-laws tried to poison her, but she escaped to living as a wandering saint and composed songs expressing intense emotions. The kind of love she shows for Krishna is very intense, it's very passionate. This sort of bhakti became very popular, which involves a lot of singing and looking at God not from a very high pedestal. It's not like the follower is here and God is here, or whoever he believes in is here. No, it's almost like they're lovers, they're at this equal level. Of course, this equal level does not mean that the follower will defy the God, but this equal level does mean that God is going to come down and have enough, or God is going to come down and actually help the people who believe in Him that way. It's believed that her guru was Rai Das or Ravi Das. However, we're not very sure because there's like almost 100-year gap between the two. So we're not very sure about that. It is said that she donned the white robes of a widow or the saffron robes of a renouncer. So, well, basically, if you've noticed, a lot of widows are made to wear white, especially Hindu widows. So, it means because there is nothing left in their life, literally like no color. Or the literally holy color is saffron, orange. But what it really means is renouncer, which means you've left the world. So a lot of these saints, they would be wearing orange or saffron. In fact, they'd be wearing saffron to announce that they have left the materialistic pleasures of the world. So saffron. We're not sure what she wore, but we're believing that she probably wore both white or saffron, or either or. Her songs have been sung by men and women, especially who are poor and of low caste in Gujarat and Rajasthan. So these are the two states which had a lot of faith in Mirabai and believed in her songs. Well, that gets us to an end of theme 6. I hope all of you are sorted with your notes. As we finish this chapter, so far we've had 2 chapters dealing with religion, chapter 4 or theme 4 and theme 6. We've seen how religion has changed over time, how it's going to try and incorporate more and more people within it, and for this it will have to become more popular. So what will it do? There's going to be an integration of cults. Gods are going to have various avatars or various forms which other people can relate to. Then a few other people are going to come up with almost ideas of protest, like Bhakti and Sufism, because they do not believe in dominant Hinduism or Islam, and they think that religion should be open for a lot of people. And then we again see how religion takes another different color, where poets and saints come up who then say that we need to stop this differentiating of God that we do. We need to see God as one. And then someone else like Mirabai, who looks at God from a very different perspective, and it's a beautiful perspective. It's this, you're filled with the light of love for God. What can be better than that? You need to understand that faith has kept the world going, and it is still going to keep the world going ahead. So, and especially for people who do not have a lot of things in life, faith is one thing, or a very important thread that they hang by. And that is why the emergence of such cults and religions and poets becomes all the more important. Well, thank you.